This is a D6 generation pip. Yeah, one of those dots on the side of a six-sided die. Yeah, a pip. You know, a short pip. Little something. Yeah, about anything gaming related. Sometimes featuring Craig, sometimes featuring Russ. We'll see what's coming up today. Hello and welcome to another PIP. This time it's our third episode in our remote play D&D session, Dungeons & Dragons session here, featuring the voice talents of, and I use the term talent loosely, myself, Russ Wakeland, as Dungeon Master, Craig Gallant as the latest member of the Intrepid Band. Last episode, Craig was rescued. And also featuring Seppi Un, who is the owner of Fight in the Box Games. And Seppi, again, still my favorite apocalyptic game of all time, End of the Line. And by the way, if you didn't know this, Seppi's doing a very special edition Kickstarter of a new version of End of the Line with totally blinged out all the stuff. If you've never played End of the Line or you've seen it played and you wish you had the penultimate version, that's available on Kickstarter right now. The Kickstarter ends very soon, like the week this goes live. So if you are interested in that, jump over there right now. But yeah, End of the Line, fantastic game. Definitely check that out. From our friend Seppi Un at Fight in the Box Games. And again, that's End of the Line. Also, Terrace Cassidy of Geek Nation Tours. When world travel opens up again, you'll definitely want to check out Geek Nation Tours for all your geeky travel needs. And of course, our friend Dave Farr is from the Nerd Herders podcast. He is a player in the campaign as well. So we're joining our heroes in episode 3. And I'm going to ask the players to give a summary. So hopefully they'll bring you up to speed on their own as we dive into the Lost Mines of Falandir. I'm going to figure out how to pronounce this thing before we're done with this campaign. I'll tell you that much. All right. Who would like to summarize our last session?
Oh!
Not Craig.
What just happened to Craig? All I heard was a scream, and he was out of frame.
Oh, I should have known.
Wow.
Maybe another car hit him.
I have a desk lamp. I have a desk lamp illuminating my workspace for teaching school from this corner, and it just took a header off the desk.
All right.
Oh.
I thought your tree almost fell on you.
Yeah. Some guy hit your tree in front of your house or something.
So far it looks okay.
I want to nominate Adric because he muted his microphone, or Euphemia because she has a unique perspective.
I'll give the summary. No, let me give the summary.
Oh my God, yes.
The summary.
Please, can you do it from the darkness? I want to hear this.
It was dark. It was really, here we go, It was dark, like really dark, for a really long time. And then there were like some muffled shouts and then there were some like really muffled, distant, dying dog noises. It was very confusing. Like I had a concussion already, so it was like really disorienting, and it was in the dark, and I'm human, so I can't see in the dark. So it was really dark, very painful, very long drawn out experience. And then there was like an eruption of light. And goblins started dying, and then I got a second wind, and I broke the bonds and killed a couple goblins, and there we go.
Are you saying, our noble friend, that you were confused in the dark while you were getting a Rimic job?
Wow.
No. I will not dance that dance with you, sir. I will not dance that dance with you, sir.
Wasn't the goblin guy's name Rimic?
Yimmick. But yeah, that was close.
Yimmick. Yimmick.
Your whole joke falls apart.
Oh, yeah. Does it? Or is it worse?
Just did.
Oh, my bad.
Looking at myself in all of these stupid Zoom meetings, I feel like I need a Greek, fisherman's hat.
Ooh, a little hat would look very lovely.
Oh,
very lovely. Yeah, it would really complete the look.
Oh, let's do silly hats.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for that lovely summary, Craig. Craig, take an inspiration, take a point of inspiration for using your
thank
character's
you.
perspective on that. It was very good.
Personally, I'm just happy Craig was able to game with us for 5 minutes last.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Craig brings a lot to the table, so you don't want to overdo it. It can be overwhelming, so you want to just the right amount of seasening,
That's
right.
I get it.
I might have said he's like saffron or what's that? So those truffle oil. He's expensive.
Or like a truffle pig.
He's like expensive and luxurious, except for you don't want a lot of them.
Right.
A truffle pig.
Excellent. So yes, and you've all just sort of excellent, Craig. Now that really levels it up, Craig. That's a great video there.
I challenge anybody to come up with a better hat.
Whoa, it's terrifying.
I think we need to level this whole thing up with more drinks and better headgear. So each week you're challenged to bring better headgear.
This is the best headgear I got. I brought it. It's also the most time appropriate.
It's hard to beat a fez. It's hard to beat a fez.
Yes, your apocalyptic cult fez. Come on now.
It is definitely on there. So you've all just sort of, as to Craig's point, from Sildar's point of view, you've all just burst into the room. There was some great gymnastics by Pyric, who managed to save, actually, Sildar's life from Ymik, the sort of boldest of the goblins in the room. You've now all slayed all the goblins, and the fury of combat has just died down. The adrenaline's still pumping, and you have a chance to sort of introduce yourselves to Sildric and learn what he might know about the situation.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh.
But that does require Sildric be here, and he appears to have left with his mask. So that's the thing.
That's unfortunate.
Mm.
Did he have a mask alert? Did it adhere to his face or something?
He had a mask, but I don't know what happened there. So maybe he's getting a better hat.
Maybe he is mask.
Oh, there we go. Oh, that's very good. Oh, wow. That was worth the wait.
It was worth the wait.
What do you think?
I think it is amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty. Nice. Oh, look, it's got face gear and everything. Hey, Craig, you should talk through that. It'll be more authentic.
Oh, absolutely. Wait for a battle.
No, the party just arrived, and it's your chance to introduce yourselves to each other and share any information you might want to impart.
It has no padding. It's very painful.
I am bringing him his gear because I know he might not be able to see it. I know that he is only armed with a flaming log. That he
I have a flaming log.
He had a flaming log, so that he might.
Doesn't Johnny Cash have a song like that?
Yes. I fell through. All right. So
flaming log of fire.
So I'm going to grab his sack of goodies, which is this X on my map, and then I'm going to get my way to the staircase and see if there's any more carnage or horror going on.
No, the goblins, you do find a bunch of Sildric's gear in that corner, and also the goblins all seem to be dead and are not moving, and it doesn't seem to be there's any major threats in the room at the time. Everything seems quiet. You can hear the sound of running water back from that area you were in earlier where there was a stream.
Oh, I think you might be missing these there, Mr. Noble, sir.
Why, thank you, my common and yet spiritually noble companion. I'm sure we'll be friends for life.
I'm looking forward to most of that, but you're human, so that's going to be a kind of short period for you. I didn't want to break it to you.
No, it's understandable. I understand the shortcomings of my race.
Yeah, we don't like to talk about you short-lived people, but...
No, we don't have long, but we burn bright, my friend. We burn bright. Much like this log that I still hold in my hand.
Oh, I'm glad that could be useful for you. If you're burning too bright, we got some ointment.
Yes, I might want to drop this log soon. It is getting warm.
Yes, but here, take up your arms there, noble sir.
Thank you.
Mogrid wanders on.
No, Mogrid, just a reminder, you guys all know that Sildar was escorting.
Yeah, no, I was going to bring that up.
Okay. All right,
Now-
go ahead there, Seppi.
Now,
What?
now,
Oh, this is my cousin's bodyguard?
Yes.
now,
I
now,
grab my axe. My
Laddie!
great axe. My
Laddie!
great
Apparently-
axe
And I
backbiter.
don't want to put too fine a point on it,
It's
but
a
it's
very-
apparently your cousin's not terribly competent bodyguard.
Yes.
Well, maybe he is competent. I don't know exactly what happened. Maybe
Laddie,
you can ask.
where is my great cousin?
We were set upon by an entire army of goblins and wolves and other creatures of that type. I did my absolute best. I killed hundreds of them. But sadly, we were overwhelmed. We were questioned. Your cousin, my employer and friend, was taken. I believe they claimed that he had a map of some kind.
ooh.
And he was brought to someone they referred to only as the Black Spider.
Ooh, nice.
I'm also perilously close
Also
to
known
a
as
non-existent camera.
El Arachnid Negro.
Oh.
Is Dave like? Is that because Dave's human and can't see? Is that why he's black?
Yep.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. And we can't see him. So
I'm still
Now-
wandering on.
Regionally,
Rafe, the Hobbit would like to say something.
During this exchange, Euphemia is doing that thing that thieves can do with the daggers. They like
Dave,
flip
stop
them and
exploring the
twirl
map while no
them.
one's nobody's talking.
Flipping them over the hands, and I'm flipping it in front of Gundren, trying to impress him.
ooh.
All right, so
How
it looks
come
like
I'm all
Morgrid
alone
is
on
starting
the map?
to, during the conversation, Morgrid is starting to slip down the northern quarter. Rafe, would you be so kind, or would one of you volunteer to share your screen so our listeners can, our patrons can actually see what you guys are seeing? Any
Sure.
one of you could do that, be great.
I have the wrong name for Dave, though.
All right.
Let me fix that.
And excellent.
that will
It worked for me.
yeah.
Yeah, Craig, you should be able to move your character. Let me double check. Yeah, it says you control him,
Yeah.
so you should
But,
be able to drag him.
When I'm
Right.
doing it, it's giving me the select tool, not the
So up in the upper left-hand corner, there's a little arrow.
yes.
Hover over that
select-
and click select move.
Yep.
And then when you get over your character, you should see a little four-way arrow. And then you
Mhm.
drag him.
Yeah, no, I'm not getting that. All I'm doing, it's like highlighting the squares around me, but then nothing happens.
Hang on. According to this, you control him.
Are you on the arrow, not the...
Yeah, I'm on the select move arrow.
You should be able to drag him. Well, I can move him for you for now. We'll work that out. Okay,
That's
so
weird. I'm gonna refresh. Maybe that'll help.
okay.
I don't know.
All right. So Morgrid is starting going down that northern passage there, as we can all see. And
Euphemia's right behind.
all right, excellent. So is everybody else going to stay? Before you go any farther, Morgrid, let everybody else have a chance to move. So otherwise, everybody's going to be out of position if something were to happen.
They're all slow.
Sildar, where would you like to go? And Pyric, what are you doing while you
Oh,
were
there
chatting?
we go. Oh,
You were
look at
chatting
you
with
all.
Sildar, and everybody just ran away.
Sildar, did you actually give us your name?
I am Sildar Hallwinter.
Yeah, none of you have introduced each other. I mean, you did. Sildar was standing there stoically back in Neverwinter when you were issued, the job of taking.
You
the
may not
oxen.
remember me.
But he was very quiet, just standing there, and he didn't get formally introduced to any of you. So that might be a thing.
I turn back and I say, somebody bring the buffoon who lost Argrid's cousin. Make sure he
My
doesn't...
friend,
Agreed.
your sense of humor is interesting, but we may want to watch it a little bit.
I push him forward to be in behind of Mordred.
I'm gonna.
By the way, just so everyone knows, the Soul Forger can no longer heal any of us. I am
That's
out of Soul
unfortunate.
Forger good graces healing.
Just worth a note.
stuff.
Note
That's
to the
really
party.
unfortunate.
We are out of healing.
Do not get killed or maimed in any way.
What if we started nearly killed and definitely maimed?
You're SOL.
Now,
Soul Forger smiles upon you and will welcome you into the afterlife when you pass on.
You missed
Gotcha.
90 minutes of the last session in chains, and he started you dead. You can tell Russ loves you.
Oh yeah.
No. He started me with 1 hit point.
I did.
wasn't
Don't
dead.
exaggerate. I started with 1 hit point and a goblin getting ready to cut his throat.
That's right.
Rimic.
But I knew Craig. If anyone could get out of that situation, it was Craig.
right,
here we are.
I'm moving forward. Keep up
Now,
if you want.
Mogrid,
The drinking was a good and bad idea.
wait. So, Mogrid, I need you to give me an adjective or two that describe how you're moving down the hall.
I would say I am scanning at my feet mostly, and I'm waving my little. I think. Sorry, what's Terrace's character's name again?
Adric.
Adric, I think, cast light on something of mine, and I'm kind of using that to check where I step.
Got it. So could you please make a stealth check with the disadvantage because you're waving a light around and watching your own feet more than everything else?
Yes.
That's okay. I was looking at Rafe's screen and wondering why I had 40 emails.
So your worst roll was a 4, so you disadvantage. So what's your bonus on stealth? Do you have any of that?
So my worst roll was a 7 total.
Okay. Excellent. I'm going to make a roll off screen here for nothing at all that you should be worrying about. All right.
Friends, future friends, companions for your short human lifetimes. Remember the goblin on the bridge that we put 2 in the stinker? You know, we called the goblin stinkers. You might want to watch out if you get too close to that, friends.
No, Pyric, if you were to look at you realize when you're making that nice observation, no one is even remotely near you right now.
Well,
they've all moved down the whole corridor, and you are standing there standing over Emic, and just kind of saying to everyone, we maybe want to be a little careful.
Humans are in a hurry.
Wait, Morgard, stop for a second.
Humans are in a hurry because they have such tiny, irrelevant lifespans that I will continue my usual anthropological research on the corpses of these goblins, and then when I hear the screaming and dying, I will rush to catch up.
Okay, so Pyric is investigating the goblins while everyone else moves down the corridor here. I need everyone to make everyone to give me some adjectives of how they're moving along following Morgrid before anybody proceeds across the bridge.
I'm going as carefully as a man with a concussion can go.
All right.
I am following behind grumpily because I cannot see anything in front of these large creatures in front of me.
All right. Excellent. Right.
And I am huffing and puffing and trying to see forward. And maybe even looking upwards a little bit just because I can see the tops of their heads.
I am walking casually, flipping my knife over my knuckles.
All right.
And I'm barely tolerant, but very polite.
At least the Hobbit is not a sight blocker.
That's what I was thinking.
So you guys are all following along in a casual way.
Did any of us say casual?
I heard casual.
Actually, yes.
I actually heard lots of casual.
There was actually at least 2 casuals mentioned. Surprisingly, no one said stealth.
I blame my
or quiet.
ancestral nectar.
No one said quiet or stealth, which is hilarious.
I said carefully.
Yeah, that careful's fair.
I said barely tolerant. That's like
barely tolerant. Okay, but that could be construed a lot of different ways. Mogrid, could you advance one more down the bridge, please? So you're on this bridge, Mogrid, and it is it looks like a actually surprisingly sturdy rope bridge suspended about 20 feet over the river that you were on earlier. You're now obviously upstream from the river. You can see the river still going up too. There's like 2 waterfalls cascading down. And Sildar, are you following along behind? Could you go ahead and follow along behind Mogrid, please? Or are you not?
I don't see him anymore.
You don't? I can fix that. 1 minute. Craig, can
I
you move your
can't
guy, or
see
are
you
stuck?
either.
Can I move my guy? I totally can.
Excellent.
Yeah. Well, am I
Eldrick,
blocking everybody?
Perfect.
Your weapon
Nope,
is an
stay on the
axe,
bridge.
or is it a two-handed axe?
It is a great axe known as Backbiter. It's very unfortunately named, but it was an ancestral weapon, so I didn't have a choice.
Well, all three of you are on the bridge. You hear a and a
They're
blast.
doing an amateur production of The Lion King.
It could be, and some kind of strange, almost like spectral ram shape flies at the bridge right from where that ping is. See that ping right there? So up on the top of this rock, looking down from the top waterfall, this ram-shaped spectral thing comes straight at the center of the bridge, smacking the bridge and causing it to shake and throw you all around. Everybody needs to make a dexterity saving throw to avoid being thrown from the bridge, who's on the bridge right now, which is, of course, Sildar, Mogrid, and the halfling.
All right, I'm not familiar with this. Is this a 20-sided dice where I add my dex bonus?
It is indeed. Actually, and also you'll notice there's actually saving throws there. So you'll see where next to it says dexterity above saving throws, you've got +5 to that roll already factored in. So you rolled a natural 20. What? All right, wait. What else? What else everybody roll? Craig, how'd you do?
Euphemia was a natural 20.
I rolled a
Three
natural
natural 20?
8, baby.
I rolled a 15.
All right, who rolled the 6?
I rolled a 8.
Nate?
8
your
plus 3 and 11.
11. Okay.
Well, you
So-
said +5, but I don't see +5. So
All right, I was looking. I think I was looking at Rafe's sheet. Sorry, it was Rafe's
Yep.
sheet.
So
right.
is that so is the positive and negative, is the modifier on the die or no?
It's not on the die, but it'll be on the chat. If you look in the chat, it'll show you what you got.
I can't look at the chat and my character sheet at the same time. I'm just not that good.
It's okay. I can see it. So it shows that Chicken Man got an 11. It shows that Rafe got a 25. And it shows that Craig rolled a 15, but you didn't click saving throw, so it just didn't add the bonus for you. But what's your bonus? Craig?
It's a -1, so it's a 14.
So it's a 14. Okay. So, Rafe, because you rolled a natural 20, you've got a card now that succeeds on your next attack roll automatically. You can play that when you want.
Do these carry over from the last session?
No, they don't, because I don't want to have to manage all that. So they represent sort of luck you build this session. So it's kind of like the end when there's a dramatic moment, you have some luck. All right. So the good news is, Sildar, what'd you get? Sildar, you got a 13.
I did. I got a 14.
A 14. And Mogrid, what'd you get?
11.
Okay. Due to the fact that there's this giant spectral ram hitting the bridge, the DC was 15. So unfortunately, both Sildar and Mogrid are thrown from the bridge and fall 20 feet to the ground into the river below. Go ahead and I'll let you make another, you can make an acrobatics roll if you want to try to soften the blow as you fall and maybe land in the water to cushion it in some kind of really cool twist sort of situation.
What about an athletics roll? Could I make an athletics roll?
Sounds great. Yeah, anything you can justify to use one of your better abilities, give me a flip freezing.
I'm gonna parkour down the hall.
All right. So it looks like
So I got a 16.
16. So Craig, you do reduce the damage to half, which is great.
Wait,
Mogrid,
Russ.
I thought I saw you roll a 2.
Well, it's a 5 total, but yes.
He did, but I'd like to jump in if I could.
Sure.
I'd like to use my inspiration for
Okay.
Dave. And the way I'm going to use it is by rolling a nat 20.
Mhm.
I somehow just got the sway of the bridge. It didn't even affect me, but I saw Mogrid starting to topple over. I wasn't able to catch him, but I was able to grip his arm enough just to slow him just enough. Translation, he gets a reroll.
You know what? I love that. That's not really an official rule, but I'm loving it. So, yeah, burn your inspiration.
Okay.
And you can go ahead and, Dave, you can re-roll your terrible roll a minute ago. Good luck. Actually, the halfling has this great move all planned out, and Mogrid's like, I got this. Whacks to the ground. So, unfortunately, it's a D6 point of damage for each 10 feet you fall. So, Dave, here's how much you take. You ready?
Yep.
You took 4. And
Twos are popular.
Sildar, you take half of this roll. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
If it's more than one, he's hurt.
You take 2.
Yeah. So I've got 3.
All right. So
All right, there.
now
I need to make this very
I
important.
just want to say how happy I am to be able to play in this campaign again.
I just want to say I was doing anthropological research, but in the temple, the sound of dudes getting rammed generally made
that
me
was a
come
pretty loud.
running.
You heard some things. Make a perception check, Seppi, to see if you can actually make out the shouting of the goblin from this far, echoing down the corridors.
Oh, perception check. I could do that.
Yeah. No, you barely hear. You do hear the sound of some ram, but you don't hear any words or any goblin language or anything like that.
Oh,
And I believe, Craig, if you check your character sheet, I think only Seppi's character knows goblin. So I don't think anybody else can understand them.
Where would that be?
Under languages, if you check there's a whole section of skills on the character sheet down near the bottom.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of listed things. One of them is language. I'll look at it for you here. Let's see.
I definitely speak a goblin.
So under character sheet down near the bottom under proficiencies, you know
Yep.
Common and Draconic and Dwarvish.
Ooh,
Which is excellent because you work with a lot of dwarves as a hired mercenary. Unfortunately, goblins don't hire mercenaries much. So, yeah, you don't know goblin.
There was a
All right.
tribe that did that for quite some time. They would come into towns with gold and looking for mercenaries to protect them. And then when those mercenaries would show up, eventually they would need food. They'd feed them, and then they could making them sleepy, and then they would eat them. And then they did that for quite a while successfully.
Is the elf even in the room?
Oh, you
Do
get
we
the
have
sense,
to listen
you hear
to
this
him when he's
faint
not in the
murmuring
room?
like corridors away, and you're like, "Oh yeah, there's Pyric again
I'm
going
not
on
looking
about
anymore.
something."
I actually take a little bit of my beard in each hand and put it into my ears.
I would
Yeah.
like to kickstart this combat. Let's get going.
Oh,
Excellent.
that's a real
So what I
friend.
need from everyone is, including Pyric, I need initiative checks. I'm going to put this up here, but also I need a
Joking,
perception
Stephanie,
check
by
from
the
the
way.
halfling while we do this.
Oh, 18, baby.
All right. So Hildar's
Woo!
on there, Pyric's on there.
I got a 16.
Yep, you got a 16, Sildar. Dave, what'd you get?
I got an 18.
Nice. Hang on. All right.
I seriously cannot see anybody. Can I move my guy forward?
Sure. But then I need you to stop because you can go one more, Terrace, before
One more.
before the attack happened. There you go. All right. So I got Pyric, I got Sildar, I got Mogrid. Terrace, what'd you get for an initiative?
Is she doing that?
Oh. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I did not roll. Initiative.
Russ, do you see my 8?
There we go. And then Halfling, I did not get you on there, so let me do that real
It's
quick.
giving me that error again of the
Yep.
roll to the turn tracker, but no valid token was selected.
Okay, that's okay. I got you on there.
Okay.
You're on there. Pyric's on there. Okay, great. So you guys can see the turn tracker now, so you should be able to see all the initiatives I rolled for you, make sure they're right.
Mhm.
And let me go ahead and add some goblin excitement.
Yeah, the map went dark. All I see is Sildar.
Hang on a second. If you move your token, it fixes it.
Yeah,
Move your
try
guy back
that.
and forth.
Maybe they're under the bridge. I don't know.
Oh, they are. Yeah, they are off the bridge. You can't see them now.
But
Also,
I'm not off the bridge.
Yeah, you fell. You just took half
I don't see
damage.
anybody.
So it seems
That's
out
what
of
I'm saying. I fell off the bridge.
Is
Yeah.
the turn order out of order?
I haven't ordered it yet.
Oh. Then
Eric, where
that
are
makes
you?
sense. I get it.
All right.
Edric, I'm coming.
Where
Is
are
there a way-
you?
I'm just thinking of the viewers at home. Is there a way, Russ, to get rid of? I've got a circle that's black and then a 9 and a 14.
Yeah, you just got to click off your token. There you go. All right. So, yeah, you see everybody, Rafe. You can see the two of them. All right.
Now I
So, yeah. So, everybody's got an initiative. We got a goblin on there. I need you to The halfling, you can see a goblin now perched, sort of half crouched behind that little hill.
Yep.
So if you put your character sheet away, you'll be able to see that. And
Can't remember how sneak attack works.
Mogrid, I'm going to need you to decide what you're going to do. What are you going to do, buddy?
All right. So I stand up, even though I'm not actually in the water right now. I was, but I kind of flubbed out over Sildar. So I'm splashed wet, and I go, and I scream, "For glory!" And I run off. Let's see. I don't know. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
All right. Good. So, Dave, when you get there, you see a couple interesting things. You're standing in the river, and you see that there's this goblin up on top of the ridge there. And you have a clear view of him, of her, actually. It's a little female goblin. You can see her up there. Make a perception check, Dave.
Oh, I'm super perceptive. 17.
Nice. You can see she's actually got this funky looking ring on one hand. It looks very ornate, and it's got a nice little, it's been well polished, and she's just kind of holding out in front of herself like she just like gestured with her fist towards the bridge with this ring thing. She's like, ah. And meanwhile, you also note that right behind her, you can see that there's this like giant dam made of wood, but it's made in a really weird way. Like the way the wood is structured, it's kind of holding the dam up, but you can almost see there's a couple of places where the wood is like almost like intentionally whittled away, so it's going to break at any moment. And there's a goblin standing right behind her on the ridge, right behind the one with the ring, and he's got this rope that's tied to some of those stakes, and you can see he's about to pull the rope on one of these stakes that are kind of holding up this dam that's literally like 10 feet high, that it looks like, judging from the sloshing above it, it's holding back a huge torrent of water.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the girl, and there's a guy that I can see back here.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him there for you right now. He's like
Blarg.
He's like right. He's kind of hard to see. He's not exactly. He's right.
Yeah.
He's kind of right there, but I was almost to the side of. He's right behind her on the rock, actually. So I'm going to put a ping where he is. He's right there, but because of the way the light works, you can't really see him. But you're making him out because you rolled a really good perception roll. So you're seeing this rope going back up, and you're like, "Oh my God, there's a goblin about to pull this rope thing."
All right.
So what do you do?
Can I try to slice the rope?
Sure. It's a little tricky because you're standing like waist deep in water and at the end of your movement. So, but you can go for it.
All right. I don't know what I need, but I'm going to roll a d20.
What's your total?
Well, I got a 14 plus. I don't know what you want me to add to it.
What's your attack bonus normally for your sword, or what do you got for a weapon?
Yeah, my greatsword is plus 4, so that would be an 18.
18. The DC was 18. So nice. You barely snip the rope, and it cuts, and the goblin curses at you. So that was your turn, Mogrid. Nice job. You took care of the rope there. Actually, take a point of inspiration for preventing quite an exciting situation there.
Yes.
I'm not saying what was going to happen. I'm just saying something was prevented.
Am I familiar with what that curse was specifically? Because I speak Goblin.
Again, you got to make a perception check because you're like 3 rooms away to see if you can hear what he said. Go for it.
I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
Perception. Where is it? There you go. Check.
Nope. You heard nothing.
Oh.
All right. Sildar, speaking of dramatic moments, Sildar, now is your time. You've been waiting for a session and a half for this moment. Here it is. This is your moment.
Circle with a ruler in it. Fourth one down.
1, 2, 3. The fourth one down for me is the snap to center.
Yeah, click snap to center and then drag from where you're going from to where you want to be.
Oh, okay. So I want to be there.
That shows you it's a 30-foot range.
That's my full speed.
Now, you do have to pay some double movement while you're moving through the water, so factor that in.
Okay, so then I won't be able to make it all the way.
No.
But that's okay, because I have
Craig,
javelin.
You have all your gear that your character started with because Seppi, who is not with us at the moment, was kind enough to bring it all to you. So
that's right. Or I would have gotten it myself.
I was gonna have a
Did you hear that
have a
lack of
little
appreciation? I didn't want to.
a little get together so we could get acquainted, but then Adric dragged him away.
That's true. So this path here takes me without going through water, right?
It's a little bit of water, but I'll allow it. Sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that.
All right, go ahead and move yourself where you want to be.
Yeah. All right, here. And
Nice.
then I'm gonna launch a javelin at that one right there.
All right, that's the one that has her arm out with her ring, like she just did something
Yeah,
exciting.
I'm going for the hand with the ring on it.
Ooh, very good. A called shot. You really want to make a called shot? That's very hard to do. Or he's going to show
Yeah,
it.
no, I'm not going to really make a call shot. I'm just saying spiritually, that's what I'm hoping for.
Now, because the goblin's pressed up against the rock there, she's got +2 AC. So
Okay.
just to let you know, it's not an easy shot, but someone of your caliber and your skill and your renown as a bodyguard who's never failed in
Clearly.
their mission.
Yeah.
that-
I've got something to prove.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use my inspiration.
Excellent. So you get to roll 2 dice and pick the highest.
Yeah.
Don't forget to spend your inspiration. All right. Well, that's a 7. So good thing you used inspiration. There you go.
That's a
Now we're talking.
21.
21. Okay. Poor the
Nice.
goblin up there is like, you catch her pretty well there. Let me give some damage there. Roll some damage for me.
That's not what I was supposed to.
Yeah, I don't think it's D20 damage, or that'd be a
No,
hell of a goblin.
it's D6 plus 3. So it's 7 piercing.
Oh, nice. So that really left a mark, and she is definitely bloodied now.
Nice.
Again, she looks a little tougher. You felt like that spear throw. I mean, you fought your share of goblins, having told the party you killed hundreds.
Yeah, well, I did.
So clearly, you would expect a javelin throw like that to ace a normal goblin, but clearly, you also know from your years of fighting goblins that there are some little stronger goblins. This appears to be one of the tougher varieties, but you have bloodied her, and she looks very put out with your javelin now resting squarely in her shoulder blade.
Right. Well, I've got another one with her name on it.
Nice shot, Sildar. All right, Pyric.
How long does it take to carve her name in it? I didn't think you spoke Goblin.
I don't. I have it carved in Draconic.
Oh, nice. So no one understands.
And no one else knows Draconic, so you're just going to have to trust me that that's what it says on it.
I speak Draconic there. friend.
It's a strange dialect. You don't speak this version.
Oh,
Meanwhile, back by Yemek's cooling corpse, we have Pyric. What are you doing, Pyric?
well, my soon-to-be friends forever have
Left you
said-
alone.
And then there's those ramming sounds, and I always go towards ramming sounds. So I'm gonna go as quickly as possible so I can get part of that action. I know for a fact that when group action is happening, you gotta hustle or you're gonna miss your chance. It's sort of a every wizard for themselves sort of situation.
That seems right. So you moving now? Don't forget, if you run, you can move double.
That
your
was
speed.
spectacular. I think you should get some inspiration.
That's definitely
I'll allow it. That's great. Inspiration for
Wow.
the.
I don't inspiration for what? I don't know what you guys are talking. I actually find group situations inspiring, but you know that's more
Pyric, can you move that far in
personal.
one turn? Is that legit?
If double is double 60 feet.
40, 45, 50, 55, 6. Yeah, you're one square back. That's perfect.
This one?
Yeah, there you go. Legit.
Okay.
Nice.
Yay!
Nice job. Good running.
Adric, friend.
I can see you.
The elf comes running up at like a huge, an amazing speed. All right, halfling up on the bridge. Yep. What are you gonna do up there?
All right, for my move action, I'm going to take my leg and kind of wrap it securely, like through a rope, like the rope handle to the footbridge. I'm going to secure myself in case the bridge collapses, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then I have a sneak attack question. Do I get to attack with advantage because I'm attacking before her?
I believe sneak attack is only if you have it. If you're attacking from surprise, which you don't have, or if you're flanking, which you don't have.
All right. Oh, actually, yes, I do. Mogred's within 5 foot, right? Yes. Okay. So I do get sneak attack.
No, she's up on a ledge though. She's higher than him.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just going to shoot per normal then.
All right.
No sneak attack damage.
All right.
Adric, do you have a point of inspiration? Because I already had one. I would give it to you because you'd be the
Well,
first
also,
friend
don't
that I
forget,
saw.
Rafe, you have the automatically succeed with an attack roll card if you'd like to
I wanted to ask you that. Do I use that before I roll?
Since this is based on a nat 20, I'm going to say you can choose to use it
All right,
after you roll.
Perfect.
Whoa.
There I go.
That's good.
There's a 14 hit.
No, it would be deflecting off the rock unless you feel lucky and you want to use your card.
Yep, I'll use it.
All right. You thought you were going to miss, but it seems like there was this just little gust of wind just at the right moment. And your arrow hits. How much damage does it do?
5.
All right. She is battling. The arrow bites deep into her other shoulder blade. So she's got a javelin in one, an arrow in the other. She's kind of leaning back, but she's still up. One tough little goblin. All right. Nice shot there, Halfling. It's her turn. And she looks down at the dam and she says, "Ula titiga!" And Pyric, now you're close enough to understand. She said, "Fool, I said release the water." And she aims her ring down at the posts, and she mutters something. And again, that spectral thing shoots out of her ring and heads right toward the posts. But she's got to roll to hit. So here we go.
Is she considered to be casting a spell in melee? Would the butcher get a chance to attack of opportunity to her?
He's not within 5 feet of her right now because she's higher up. So she's not within melee range right now. She's on this rock. So she's doing this. Oh, she rolls quite well. And yes, she shatters the posts, and you can see the dam starts to creak and break away, and water starts to pour in, and you've got exactly, let's call it 6 seconds, which is one round, to get out of the way.
Oh, God, it seems like the end of the line.
Starting to break through, and it's not instant because the water is giving. She wasn't able to pull them all. You can tell if the rope had been pulled, it would have been instant, but because of her shot, it wasn't a perfect thing. It wasn't set up just right for the trap, and so it's causing a little less damage, but she's smiling with glee, and she says in common, "You're all going with me."
All right, Russ.
Adric.
Using my point of inspiration, knowing that she's done this, is there any way I can use the power of the Nord to freeze and push back the water to buy people one more turn?
When it's your turn, you can try that.
Okay.
But right now it is Adric's turn, so Adric gets to go.
All right. Well, I'm going to sneak around the corner here.
So peering around the corner, you see this dam breaking because you're high up. You're up with the... You feel like... And by the way, the dam is higher than the bridge slightly, so you feel like it's not easy to tell. In fact, make a perception check, Dwarf, with advantage, because this is an underground situation. You know, it's caves and trickery, and this is something dwarves are really good at. So I'll let you roll a perception check with advantage if you can kind of see what the situation here is. Ooh.
17.
Yeah, okay. So you know this is clearly a pretty well-designed trap. As a dwarf, you've seen this kind of thing done before. There's probably a feeder stream up above these. There's a pool. The ones you've done in the past have had multiple pools, so you can do it more than once. You also know from the height of this thing, it might hit the bridge. But you also feel like with a roll like that, the bridge looks pretty dirty. You wouldn't want to be on it when the bridge was hit, but the bridge probably won't be taken out. So that's what you assess in mere seconds, thanks to your dwarven understanding of underground workings.
I understand the workings of the underground.
Indeed.
I can see her, can I not?
You can. She's peering. She looks like she's in really bad shape. She's got this giant javelin out of one shoulder. She's got the arrow out of another shoulder. She's looking down with her ring pointing down at the base of this dam situation.
And she's within... I will call the sacred flame of the Soul Forger and crush her skull from afar.
Nice.
By casting
what's the range on Sacred Flame? Terry?
Sacred Flame is 60 feet range.
Oh, yeah. You got that all day. Okay.
Nice.
Now, do you got to roll to hit with that,
right? Flame descends another. No, it just descends upon the creature.
Oh, nice.
With
so cover doesn't help her.
Range, and
she makes a saving throw, right? Isn't that what happens?
the target must succeed in a dexterity.
All right, here's her save.
He gets a dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
She rolled pretty well there. And your DC is probably not a 17. So I'm going to say she's passed. So does it half damage or no damage when they pass?
Sacred Flame, or take 1d8.
So it sounds like no, because it's a minor spell.
No.
So sadly, she's your god has no power in my lair. And nothing happened.
save or suck.
She went there.
She did win there.
Wow.
Terrible.
Oh, Adric! Now what are we gonna do?
All right, so
He's the Goblin Redentor.
Wish I could see Adric.
nice.
Wish I could see Adric and Seppi. I can't see
I'm right here in the corner there. Did you not
Hang
see
on a
me?
second. I gotta do an end around maintenance thing. Hang on a second, guys. Just almost there. And a couple more goblins are you hear some more movement back there.
Oh. That's
No.
not too good.
I can't
I
get
should
you.
be right beside Euphemia or whatever her name is. Our halfling friend.
I can't
All
get Adric or Seppi
New
to
turn.
reveal.
All right. So a new goblin. Where is he? Oh, back here. All right. So one of the goblins. So everybody's. It's a new round, and you hear some more scuttering back. Morgan, you hear this because you're up near the wall. It's a little hard to hear over the creaking roar of the water, which is literally about to descend down. But you do hear some movement, and you see. I don't know if you can see it, but to your left, right about here, if you look at up the stairs there, Mogard, can you see this guy up here?
Nope. Oh, yeah, just barely. Yep.
Okay, so he just comes to the top of those stairs. He can see you. He actually's got to move more closer to the stairs, and he's going to fire his bow at you, Mogard. Here he goes.
I deflect it with my greatsword.
Oops, wrong die. Sorry.
Ooh,
You
well
missed.
deflected.
Wrong die. It's a D12. Sorry. There we go. What's your AC, Mogard?
It's like 200-ish. 14.
14. He's going to hit you.
Damn it.
Oh,
And let's see how you do.
Less than 8 would be ideal.
4 points of damage.
I'm looking pretty haggard. Too
All
bad.
right. Speaking of the butcher,
Soul
Mogard, okay,
Forger.
here's your situation, Mogard. You got a goblin at the top of the steps that just shot you. You got a badly wounded goblin up on the rock with a spear and an arrow in her shoulder. You got another goblin behind her who's looking really upset that you cut his rope. And you got this giant dam of water that's breaking in front of you, and you figure you got less than 6 seconds to jump out of the way. What would you like to do?
All right.
No pressure.
Is there a bull rush maneuver where I'll bull rush this guy back a square?
You can try anything. So if you want to charge him and try to push him, you can charge him and do a strength check and see if opposed strength check and see if you knock him out of the way. If he wins really well, he could knock you back down the stairs. But if you win, you could push through him maybe. You want to try that?
Yeah, I want to try to clear the way so there's plenty of room for everybody to get through.
All right. Why don't you charge up there and make a strength? We'll do an opposed strength check against a goblin. So you're going to add your strength bonus to a D20 roll.
Ooh,
All right,
not
that's
great.
Not
great.
super impressive. What's your strength?
It's an 11. It's in the chat. Actually, you should be able to see the.
Oh yeah, look at that. So you got a strength 11 check. Let's roll for the goblin.
He looks weak. Don't forget, really weak.
Oh, I rolled with advantage. Sorry, we're gonna do that again. We're gonna roll 1d20.
We can't see your. Oh.
All right. Do you see what I rolled there?
That's not ideal.
That's a 19, but it's a -1 because he's not super strong. However, that still beats you by a good bit. So what'd you roll, Dave?
An 11.
Yeah, so you run up the stairs, but with that height of the advantage, he just like puts his foot back, steps in, and just like pushes you back.
Damn it,
unfortunately, because you failed to
linebacker goblin.
Because you failed to brush by him, you're going to lose the rest of your activation. So there you go. He just pushes you back, and you go off balance.
I tried to save you. Remember my statue.
Sildar, what are you going to do? Another moment of glory, Sildar.
Right. So the only path now is blocked, correct?
You can in D&D 5e you can move through friendlies. So you could try to rush by Mogard and do the same thing he did to that goblin.
Yeah.
That's an option. And being a goblin warrior of no small renown, it seems like
no small water, please.
Yeah.
Of no
And
small water.
don't forget these are the kind of moments you might want to use advantage on or anything like that.
I don't have any advantage, but
okay.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to I'm going to try to...
If you describe this really well, I might give you advantage if you can come up with a really good...
It's all about the parkour, Russ.
Okay.
Okay? So I'm going to be going to here, right?
Uh-huh.
And then I am going to leap from the base of that stalactite over to here, right?
Yep.
And then I am going to spin. I'm very athletic. I'm going to... I'm not very acrobatic.
Yeah,
I'm very athletic.
Okay.
So I am going to leap from this wall, parkour style, over to here, where I will then land behind this guy with the bow while I am reaching. I'm pulling backbiter as I do all this. It's just how good I am. And I will be landing behind him with backbiter and just plant it right in the middle of the back of his head.
I love all that. So all that's going to require a athletics or acrobatics check, whichever you prefer.
Yeah,
to pull off this amazingly described situation. So go for it, sir. Oh, look at that!
24.
Wow, with authority. You land right in there perfectly. So Craig, move yourself where you wanted to go.
Yeah.
I just want you to know I softened them up for you.
Mogrid, you're blown away by this move. It is some of the most elegant acrobatic stylings that you've ever seen.
There's no acrobatics. It's all athletic. It's all strength.
You're starting to believe he actually did kill 50 goblins or so. And Craig, I will give you advantage on your attack roll now, since such a dramatic and unexpected move. The goblin's like, woo, as you flip over his head and land behind him.
So here we go. Here's backbiter to the back of the head.
All right, a 2, but you got advantage. There you go.
17.
That is a hit on that poor goblin.
So that is one of these plus 3. Oh, 5.
Oh, he is still up, but he is bleeding and none too happy. All right. Nice job. Okay. The next goblin, there's another goblin back behind you here. Right behind you, Sildar. And he moves to your side. And he's having a hard time because there's a stalagmite there, but he's going to try to attack you. But he has some challenges here. What's your armor class?
17.
And you got +2 because of stalagmite. So it should have got you, but it deflects off the stalagmite a little bit, and he misses you.
That's right.
Nice.
Pyric, now's your chance to do something. You hear the strain of the dam. You've seen some amazing acrobatics and some not so amazing trying to push by goblins.
Are my soon-to-be friends forever in danger of being crushed by the water?
At the moment, no one's in danger except for the halfling on the bridge. Because you think you heard the dwarf mumbling something about the bridge is going to be swelled. It wouldn't be on that thing. So yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to move here. And then reaching around the corner, because I'm all about a reach around. Are you doing
a reach around? Is that what you're saying?
You gotta help your companions out. I'm going to make sure that the anthropological findings of this goblin with the ring aren't lost to the flood. So I want to freeze her to the wall, so when the flood comes by, I will be able to anthropologically research her corpse.
Excellent.
Nice.
All right. So what form of spell are you using to pull off this anthropological
Since it's always, for me, I go to my go-to place, which is Frost Ray. And so I look deep inside myself and I say, Goblin, your reign of terror is now done. Feel the power of the Nord. And then I will use my inspiration to make sure that I don't embarrass myself.
Well played. So you rolled a hit with Ray of Frost, unlike the Holy Fire thing.
The power of the Nord.
Here comes the power of the Nord.
Feel the power of the Nord. Not if I kind of just click on it. That's 1.
Yep.
And
so there's your 7. Oh, there's your 11. What's the bonus?
+5.
Oh yes, that gets her. She's hanging on to that rock, and your Ray of Frost hits her square, and she's got that. You can see the wounds. The frost seeps into the wound from the javelin and seeps into the wound from the arrow, and she just screams, "Ah!" and suddenly becomes frozen in place against the stalagmite that she's been hanging on, the really large one.
This is very important research that her corpse might. These goblins have these feats of civil engineering and trickery, and we really need to preserve their way. Oh, I guess I shouldn't be talking about this.
All right. So the goblin that had the rope down sort of near behind the stalagmite here, he's right next to Mogrid now. He turns around and he sees Mogrid, and he sees Sildar, and he just saw his friend get frozen against a rock, and so he's going to make an intelligence check here to see how he's feeling about this whole situation. Oh, nat 20. He feels like he's got this. He feels like I'm not even afraid. I mean, this guy in front of me, this human that's got the big double-handed sword or whatever, he looks like he's pretty badly wounded, so I'm going to swing at him. And so he's going to do that. So he's going to swing at you, Mogrid. Here we go.
It's your mistake.
You're pretty glad he didn't roll a nat 20 to hit you. So his bonus to hit is a 2. So that was a 11. So he got a 13, Dave. Does that beat your armor class?
Well, no, but I just want to make sure because I see a 12. So a 12 would hit, but an 11 wouldn't.
Oh, a 12 does hit. Sorry, I guess I misread the die. Yeah, it was a 12. Sorry, it does hit.
Yeah.
All right. D6.
Bum, bum, bum.
4.
Oh,
Are you
Mogrid
down?
falls. Ah!
Mogrid is down.
I need a breather.
All right, Mogrid is down. The goblin, he laughs. Ha 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 ha! I knew where to strike you, human. You're next, other human. He looks over at you, Sildar. Halfling, what are you going to do?
Well, I can't see Bupkis, so
you hear lots of screaming around the corner. You saw Sildar go leaping up there, and you saw Mogrid go running up the stairs. You also see the giant dam of water about to burst.
I'm going to move.
You did hear the dwarf muttering something about I wouldn't want to be on the bridge.
I'm moving off the bridge.
Yay.
That's 10.
Yeah, there you go.
15, 20, 25.
All right, so you can see a goblin right. You actually walked right into 2 goblins. As you can see, there's a goblin on either side of you.
Perfect.
And you can see Sildar right between both of them. And so you're standing right next to 2 goblins like, whoop, hello. The goblin to your...
This one.
Yep, the goblin to your left is bloodied.
I'm going to shoot that one.
The one with the red dot, yep.
Get him!
Whoops.
Get him! That was your plan. Get him!
That's your plan.
I clicked it twice by mistake.
It's so
Now, if you shoot in hand-to-hand combat, Rafe, you have disadvantage. So you may want to use a melee weapon.
Okay.
If you have one. Or...
Can't you backstab him? You're a thief.
Yeah,
or is that a thing still?
Yeah, and the you have flanking going on the one with the red dot. So if you'd like, you can take an advantage roll because you're flanking. So roll again.
Yeah. So then I'll shoot my sharp bow then.
Well, no, you
Just
can't
once.
because you're in melee combat.
But I'll
You know
take
what I mean?
disadvantage. But then if I have advantage, I'll just roll 1. Right?
There you go. But you rolled a 3, so that kind of sucks. There you
Well,
go.
the first
Okay, there
time I
you go.
rolled a 19 and a 13 though.
Oh, yeah, perfect. Okay, so
So
nice.
Does a 17 hit?
So that 17 does hit damage.
Sweet.
Kill them all.
Oh, a crit.
Oh, nice. So
That is 15 points of damage.
he is down. I'm just going
Wow.
to delete him to avoid confusion. But you just totally shot him in the back of the head. He was busy paying attention. He was looking at his comrade's great ability of taking down that giant human with the sword, and was shocked to find a halfling stabbing him in the back of the neck.
Yeah, Euphemia kind of runs and then
Or
she
shooting
gets startled. And so
Yeah.
she was like, wah! And then
Tweet!
as she's
And shot
falling
him.
back, she's like, and she hits him
Nice.
right in the armpit hole, killing him.
All right. Unfortunately, it would be the goblin with the ring's turn, but she is dead and frost bound to the wall. Adric, you get to go. There are moments away before that dam's about to burst. That's the DM's way of saying you are the last person this turn, and the dam is about to burst.
All right, I say, come on. Where's Pyric? Is he behind me?
He's right next to you, literally right next to you.
Come on, Elf. Let's get running.
Pyric is right here. You're right there.
Let's get running. Oh, hang on. Running.
For some
There we
reason,
go.
Russ,
Let's
look
get
at my
running.
screen.
5,
Can't see him.
10,
So
15.
that's because you don't have line of sight to him, Rafe.
Oh, okay.
You can only see what you currently have line of sight to. So if you
15,
notice, Rafe, there's
20,
a giant, and he has to let go of his model. He hasn't put him down yet. See, there he is. See him now?
Okay.
25.
All right.
That's where I ran. I can't get to anybody. But can I see anybody to send the flames of the Soul Forger to?
You see the halfling right in front of you?
Yes.
So right past the halfling, there's a goblin right there in front of him. See him?
All right, I will send him. So I will call the flames of the Soul Forger to soul forge your fanny.
Forge that soul. So he gets a saving throw, right, Terrace? So here it
Yes,
comes.
he does. Dexterity save.
He fails.
Ooh,
What do you do
I
for
like
damage?
that. Oh, hang on. I got to go to my screen. There we go. D8. 4 points of damage.
He is still up, but he is now bloodied. He looks like he's cleansing flames come forth in a pillar from the top of the cave, and he is just like, his god does have power here, and starts to freak out. At that very moment, speaking of gods having power, the dam breaks open, and water floods down the cavern right where you all were moments ago. Pyric, you see the bridge get just brushed to the side. The bridge doesn't collapse, but it's just sort of being hit by water and bouncing all over the place. And it definitely would have sucked to have been on that bridge. It also completely covers that walkway on the side of the river. So this whole thing is just flooded with water. Wouldn't have wanted to have been there. That would have been messy. But you all managed to get out of the way in time, thanks to a bunch of people's quick thinking and Mogrid's ability to cut the rope. Speaking of Mogrid, it is your turn. Mogrid, you are down, right? You're at 0.
Yep.
So you need to make a death save. You roll a d20 on a 10 or better. You've made 1, and that means you're starting to auto-stabilize. You got to make 3 of those to auto-stabilize. If you get less than a 10, like you just did there, you are 1 closer to death, and 2 more of those, and you are dead. Now, any character can spend an action to stabilize a down character, and if you have medicine or some other skill like that, you might be able to bring them to 1 hit point.
Have you met these guys? The chances of that happening are slim.
So Mogrid, unfortunately, is bleeding out on the top of the stairs there due to his inability to outwit a goblin in a challenge of strength. So, Sildar.
Yes,
your
indeed.
moment, Sildar. Can you single-handedly kill 50 goblins?
I can. So, the ability that Dave has to hit more than one target, that's not like a generic two-handed weapon thing?
That's my greatsword's ability.
It's a greatsword thing.
Okay, so it's not a great axe thing is my point?
No.
Okay, so I'm looking at 2 different goblins, right?
You are.
I'm looking at that one, and which one is looking more dangerous?
This one is bloodied. The one right below you.
Yeah.
You can the fire that beat him from the cleric definitely messed him up, and you feel like you can probably kill him in 1 blow.
Yeah.
The guy to your north, the above you, he looks completely healthy, but you have been known to kill goblins in 1 blow that are healthy before.
I have. And indeed, that is why Backbiter is going to lop his head from his shoulders.
All right.
Without any
which one are you attacking, Craig? The north
What's that?
Or the south one? The north one or the south one? Which one are you attacking?
The north one.
All right, excellent.
That one right there.
All right, sounds good.
Nord.
Roll to hit.
Get him! 9. That's not great.
9 is not going to hit.
No.
9.
So unfortunately,
That's a 9 hit.
you grimace and look bold at the goblin, but he...
I spit on him.
All right. Now it's the goblin who just got Flame's turn, and he's looking really relieved you didn't attack him. He's going to make an intelligence check now, too, because he's looking a little like he's not entirely sure this is going well.
The goblin that you spit on just looks at you and is like, really? At this time? It's just insanitary.
Yes.
So the wounded goblin...
I spit coronavirus on him.
The wounded goblin spends his action blocking, so you don't get any free strikes against him, and he falls back. Clarg! Clarg! They're coming, Clarg! And he starts to head towards these stairs.
Well, that sounds
down
bad.
here. So where I just put that ping, that's where he started to head. He's heading to those stairs. He couldn't make it super far because he was busy deflecting blows. That puts us up to Pyric. What do you want to do back there, Elf?
Oh.
For those who can't see them, Pyric is back on the other side of the bridge, right over there. But elves apparently move very quickly, so he might be okay.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, the water has since surged through, and you can get across
4,
the bridge.
And then can I see anybody after 20 feet?
Nope. No, the problem you have isn't so much the darkness or anything. It's these 2 bits of rock here. Now
5.
from there you can see this guy that I just pinged. You can see that guy up there.
Oh, Is this pool still filled with water? Or is it now just a big?
The river down below is still high. It's not as high as the bridge anymore, but it's over the walkway, and the pool's still draining. Now you also see there's a second pool over here, and there's a second dam, and that dam is intact. So what they basically did was they drained the first pool, and as it drains, you can see there's more of those cleverly constructed dam braces that look like they could be pulled to release the second pool if need be.
Pyric, anthropologically speaking, that's very advanced engineering. You should study that.
I will. First, it looks very dangerous, and I am going to use the power of the Nord to slick the ground underneath the goblin, having him hopefully fall back into the pit.
That's wise. You are Pyric the Wise.
So are you going to try to actually shoot the goblin at his feet, or are you going to shoot the ground and not the goblin? Your choice. What are you going to try?
I'm going to shoot the goblin, the ground, not the goblin.
Oh, okay. Excellent.
So that I'd give him, so that he is less likely to hurt my future friends forever.
I will. During his next turn, he'll be forced to make a dexterity check to see if he can keep his ground. How's that? If you can roll to hit. So give me a roll to hit. Tell me how good it is.
All right.
His dexterity check will be against your roll to hit. How's that?
Oh, let's feel that power of the Nord.
All right.
It is. Sorry to be slow.
This is going to determine the DC for his dexterity save.
Oh, here we go. Whoops. That's an 11.
11. Okay, we'll just make it now. He actually gets to go next anyway, so we're going to make his save right now. He's making a dex save, which we already know is -1. Oh, no, its strength is -1. His dex is, he rolled a 12. I think a goblin dex is actually pretty decent, honestly.
Oh, no.
Yeah, goblin dex is +2, so he makes it. So your ice thing forms, and he just spreads his legs a little bit and grins his ugly, decaying goblin teeth at you.
Goblin grin.
Yes.
My attack may have been too smart for its own good.
This goblin, though, he has no easy way to escape due to his situation, and also because you slicked the ground, he doesn't want to run. So he's going to take a stab at Sildar.
That's the opposite of what I wanted to have happen.
Sildar, uh-oh. That looks like a hit, Sildar.
Oh, no.
What are you going to do? Let's see if you're going to die. D6, here we go. 2. Are you still up?
We'd lose Craig.
What? I'm here.
You took 2 points of damage, Craig.
Oh, you're kidding me.
No, exactly 2. Are you okay?
I am. I'm at 1.
Yeah, he's still up.
Yeah.
Sildar, the man, the myth, the legend can't be
stopped.
I'm doing exposed rolls here, so there's no DM's grace. I'm just rolling everything. So there you go. Sildar takes the hit, and it's the halfling's turn. What are you going to do, halfling?
I
just
say
as
to
a situation reminder, you see Mogrid, who is sort of bleeding out on the stairs.
Yep.
Sildar looks like he's really having a bad day. He's definitely bloodied, meaning he's below half for sure. And there's a goblin down here fleeing, yelling some crazy name. Yep. And there's a goblin right up there bouncing across a frozen pond and hitting Sildar in the head with a sword.
Euphemia, he's getting Clargus.
Although my friend the butcher is bleeding out, I will trust to the fates of gods, and I will shoot the goblin.
No, the one getting Clargus.
That one I'm not going to worry about. I'm getting this one.
Wow. He's just ignoring you.
That's okay. That happens a lot.
It's okay.
Oh, that's a hit. Nice shot. How much damage? This guy's a healthy one, too. How much damage you do, Rafe?
Five plus 3, 8 points of damage.
And he goes down. You get him right in between the eyes with your arrow. And that guy, I'm just going to remove him also because just to keep everybody clear who's where. And he dies also.
Oof.
So Sildar just looks a little relieved there from that.
I do.
Wait, I still have a move action, don't I?
You do indeed. Move. Yeah, sure.
Oh, but I might not have enough to do it. I don't know how it works. I want to move and then try to bind the butcher's wounds, but maybe that's too much to do. I don't know.
It takes a full action to do the thing, so your
well, I'll talk to him. I'll say I will get there
soon. Unless you have any skill that gives you a bonus action for that, because you have a bonus action left, but I don't think
I don't know.
You don't have medicine, do you? All right.
No.
Adric, what are you doing?
I will run to my loyal friend, the butcher, Can I do that? Hang on. Can I
No, Adric, stop the goblin. The danger. Stop the goblin.
Mordred is over here somewhere, maybe.
Euphemia's got him.
Yeah, Mordred's right
Stop
here.
the goblin.
I will say, Morad, I will pull out my holy symbol, my holy hammer of righteousness. I will pray to the Moradin, the soul forger, and say, Moradin, hear me. I know I do not have any more. I have no recourse to call you to help my friends, but we are slaying our hated enemies, the goblins, in this clearly evil pit of evilness. And I will use my inspiration to see if I can also use my medicine and call upon my god at the same time.
All right, awesome. Well, you may remember that I have a nice house rule, which is you can spend inspiration to heal a hit point. So this is perfect because I love the fluff. And you've got medicine. So, and you did a great job role-playing that scene. So instead of just one, Dave, you have 2 hit points. The dwarf does an amazing enchantment over you. Woo! And even without a healing spell, he manages to patch you up with his medicine, and his god seems to favor him slightly, and you're at 2 hit points, Dave.
Yeah.
I take my inspiration away, though, right?
You do lose your inspiration. But
okay, perfect. Got it.
I feel touched.
The goblin!
Mogrid, what do you want to do? You're back, Mogrid.
So I wake up and I go, I had this terrible dream that a teacher was yelling at me about goblins.
That's a lie. You've never had any education.
That's a fair point. All right, so
that was good.
Hold on. On your turn, you can use a bonus action. I would like to use a bonus action to heal myself for D10 plus 1. I'm level 1, right?
Yep.
All right, here we go, folks.
Yeah, that's second win, right?
Come on. Good roll. 5. I'll take it. All right, so I got 6 more hit points.
There you go. You're back in the game.
And, oops, that was too many. 6 plus, sorry. All right, so I'm at 8. And what's the deal with, like, standing up and stuff like that in this game?
That's a bonus action. So you'll still have a full move action and a full attack action.
All right. So I stand up and I see,
there's a goblin over here that's yelling something. You didn't really hear that part, but you can see him running towards the stairs.
Yeah. Well, all I heard in this like waking state was kill the goblin, and with my tremendous intellect, I just charge forward. 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
And I swing.
This is the badly wounded one. He's had a bad day, so he's.
I've had a worse day.
Yeah.
That's a hit. Damage.
Where'd my dice roller go? There it is. It's this plus something, if I need to.
Yes. You don't need to because that will kill him.
All right.
So he goes down like a sack. And you take his head off at the shoulder blades, and he is gone. His little goblin head rolls down and rolls over near that little campfire you can see, which is smoldering. And there's actually a remarkably good, nice smell of some pretty fine cooking, actually. Your stomach gurgles in an unexpected way in the middle of this goblin-infested cave. No lie, like it's legitimately sounds like good cooking. Sildar.
Yes, sir.
What are you going to do?
I am. There's no one around, huh? Can I see anybody?
No, it looks now. Just some reminders here. You can see Mogrid down there where the ping just was.
Yeah.
You can behind you. Pyric is over there. The halfling's shoulder to shoulder with you, and there's the frozen body of the goblin that had the ring up on this rock.
Does it look like I can reclaim my javelin from her shoulder?
Yeah, you'd have to climb up there, but you could do that as your turn. Get up there.
Okay.
You could even search her body if you wanted to.
Yeah, I want to go up there, search her body. Oh, I'm going to take her ring. Can I do that?
Don't do it creepily, though.
No, I'm not going to do it creepily. I'm going to do it as respectfully as I can. As respectfully as I can, I rifle through all of her belongings.
I ask Noble Sildar if he may recover my arrow as well.
I'll do my best. Can I recover his arrow?
Yes, the arrow is intact. So yes, you can recover the arrow.
All right.
You see this beautiful, you get up there and you get your arrow and your javelin back, and there's this beautiful silver ring, and it has, it's sort of a hexagonal ring. It's not perfectly round on the outside, and the inside is perfectly round for your finger. But it's hexagonal. But on the top of the ring, where like if it was an engagement ring where a gem would be or something, there's actually these two ram's heads sort of like combing out. So it's like these two ram's heads coming out of this ring. It's beautiful. It looks like it's made of platinum. It's beautiful, beautiful, really good craftsmanship.
Does it look as if it could almost be like maybe a new signet ring for a new dynasty if it were to be founded?
Oh, it could. If your dynasty's symbol was like a ram, this could be, it could be a long-lost family heirloom for all we know.
If I was out to found a dynasty, I might actually choose the ram as my symbol almost because the gods have clearly meant for this to fall into my hands.
And Craig, take a point of inspiration for being so inspired to think about your dynasty at this point.
Well, I'm just thinking that, this is clearly the next step on the journey my fate has intended.
Yes.
And I get my javelin back.
Pyric very loudly thinks, does this ring belong to our employer?
No.
No.
All right.
This does not seem like normal goblin fare. I sit in judgment, but don't say anything, which is the way of the North.
Which is the way of the North. Take a point of inspiration for sitting in judgment, Seth. Did you get your inspiration?
Do I see if it's a family heirloom of any sort? I'm pretty close to him.
Where are you right now?
I'm right around...
you're under the halfling. I see where you are. You're not close enough to see what the ring looks like.
All right.
Okay, so Sildar got up there. That was your turn, Sildar. Pyric, we got to stay in turn order because, there's some timing things happening here. Pyric, you're up.
I'm after the judgy happens, but that's a free action for people from the North.
Craig, did you take your inspiration?
I did.
Craig, take your inspiration, Craig.
I got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to move here, and I'm very worried that Clargus is going to make his way. Do I hear the sounds of more combatants coming in our direction?
Make a perception check.
I've been really good at those. It's easy to perceive things when you're always talking.
Oh, wow.
I have been accused of being able to
19.
That is a good roll right there.
Very perceptive with my mouth.
That is a good roll. You hear a sort of a and then you hear in Goblin, "Shh, Ripper, you'll give us away."
Okay.
God damn it, Ripper.
I'm like, Margaret, you really want to step away. And I say that, Margaret probably doesn't speak anything useful. So I just say it in common. Margaret, come to me. I see something that needs cutting and slicing and hacking.
All right.
I'll save my reaction.
All right. I'm going to hold my action. So
what's the trigger?
When somebody tries to come down those stairs, I'm going to freeze the stairs. I have not given up on the freezing
the terrain to make it slip trick?
Yeah,
okay.
It's a slippery, but it's the stairs. So if they get impatient,
all right.
I am. When Morgan gets closer and they're going to get impatient, I am going to start saying really dirty and insulting goblin limericks.
All right.
There
Excellent.
once was a green skin from Nantucket.
Excellent.
Nice.
Euphemia, you're up, Euphemia. What are you going to do?
I am going to move in archery support of my friend the butcher.
Where? Oh, nice. Okay, so you can also see in there now. You're seeing there's this little campfire there. There's some crates and supplies and all kinds of interesting things along the back wall there.
I am resisting the smell of the cooking pot because we all do know the stereotypical
make a
hunger of
perception
the
check
halfling.
there, halfling. Actually, make an investigation check because you're just going into your
Ooh.
Okay, yeah. So you're seeing on this back wall, and Mogard, you can see this too, but not quite as well because you're not you don't have the night sight. Of the campfire is helping a little bit. There's sacks and crates of like all kinds of looks like probably looted provisions because there's different symbols of different cities and companies and things on this stuff. So it's clearly probably not the place of origin. To the west side here, so over on this side, you can see the floor is sloping and narrowing. And then there's the opening here coming through up here in the north with the stairs coming up. And there's this fire in the middle, and the food smells really good. Like who's ever done this has just a way with seasoning and cooking
Yeah, I'm
of
very
meats and
curious
stews
about
that is
that.
just exceptional. Yeah.
Like, I say to Pyric, boy, these goblin cooks, it doesn't match my understanding that they can cook this well. We should examine this.
Hey, how loud did you say that, Rafe?
I said it in a stage whisper.
All right. Hang on a second. Okay. All right. So nicely done. Adric, you're up.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I go to here. Do I see any goblins or anything like that? Anything in range of
Make a perception check there, dwarf. Make a perception check.
Well, perception. Oh, that's only +3.
Yeah, it's you'd be surprised if anybody was in this room. It seems like there's nothing going on here.
There's anybody in there.
Yeah, it's probably nothing.
Does Adric understand Goblin? Adric, do you understand Goblin?
I do not.
No. Dwarves in 5e don't know Goblin. It's kind of interesting.
Oh.
All right. So new round. I just got to do a quick thing here. Okay, good.
I do not actually even smell the food, by the way.
All right.
COVID knows.
I'm thinking that this food that you guys are talking about is illusionary.
Yeah, you don't even smell anything. It's like, what are they talking about with this food thing? Mogard, you're up.
All right, so I turn to Pyric, who is telling me to kind of come back, and
Rafe, you can zoom in on your screen a little bit, Rafe, to make it easier for people to see.
And I kind of give this quizzical look. So, do you have any response to my quizzical look, Pyrex?
As I continue to recite the dirty and insulting goblin limerick, I point towards the impending doom, and then I go like this.
Okay.
And I'm like, and then I put up one finger, which in the temple means to wait, because it's coming.
All right.
So for our audio listeners, he's just making the gesture across his throat, like certain death.
So I kind of squint forward, and I look back, and I will take one tentative step, but I'm investigating with.
No, I won't. No. I'm like shaking my head, like no. I'm like, I want you to be here for when they slide down.
All right, I will.
He's really
hold my
vested in the
action.
whole icy step scene he wants to
I
create.
don't want to be ambushed yet again with
Right,
their
so-
traps and bullshit.
So I'll hold my action. If anything comes next to me, I'll swing at it with my sword,
right.
and I yell, "Come on out, you ugly, cowardly bastard!"
I think his name is Clargus.
All right. So I need you. So now that you're both insulting them, you can do a combined sort of, because you're insult. So Seppi, you're doing these really nasty. You're trying to find a really good goblin limerick. That's really so. Make an Arcana check or a knowledge check if you can.
Ooh, Arcana.
Give me a skill that makes sense that you would know of just a perfect goblin check.
When you said Arcana check, I'm glad I wore a thick shirt because I just nipped out. I was like, I'm really good at that. Ooh. Yeah. 17.
All right. So you actually happen to remember this really, really good limerick, and you're using it. And so, Dave, you're now insulting him too, but it's combined with this. So I need you to make an assisted. Dave, do you have taunt or intimidate?
Well, not good, but I have it.
Whose is better?
No, not mine. People don't like me. I don't know why.
Okay. So, Dave, why don't you make the roll? But you get advantage, Dave, because Seppi's helping you.
Oh,
18.
Well, I don't think I'll get
you're
much
yelling.
better than that.
All right, so the 18 will take. And do you have any bonuses, Dave, or no?
I got a 17 actually.
17. Okay, so that's still pretty good. And you hear, "What'd you call my mother? That is not true about bugbears and the size of their manhood. Who is that out there? You've got an elfish accent." And you hear sort of like a heavy footstep.
And I clarify for him in my Nancy Goblin version of Goblin accent. I wasn't commenting on him, but his mother, but specifically his mother's insides.
Oh. Okay. So what you see is here we go. Is this thing sort of heading towards you? This big creature wearing armor. He's got a big
Michael J. Fox?
The exclamation point.
Yes.
Clarg! Clarg!
It's Teen Wolf.
You can't say Clarg.
I think I'm going to write my name like that from now on.
You can't say Clarg like quietly. You have to say Clarg with. He's also with him is a really large wolf walking at his side, and they are now right in front of.
His name is Fluffy.
Oh, he already said his name actually. So he's now right here. Some of you can see him. The ones looking through Mogred, you can see him, and Butcher, you can see him. He's standing right in front of the fire, the little fire campfire there.
Okay, I really want Clargus to run past all these people with giant swords and axes and try to come and eat me.
And the halfling can see him too. So Rafe, the reason they're a little grayed out on your screen is because they're in dark vision range, but they're not illuminated, but you can see them.
Oh, okay. I was wondering.
Yep. So I'm actually going to make this generate light though. There we go. Perfect. Okay. All right. So sorry, what were you going to do there, Mogred?
So I'm holding my action to, if it steps next to me or anything comes next to me, I will try to attack it.
All right. Sildar, what are you going to do?
I am going to make my way over to here.
All right. You got to pay extra to climb down from the rock, so double movement to get down from there, and then it's normal movement.
Okay, so then I would get to here with 30, which is all I want to do.
All right. You still have an action. Would you like to throw a javelin, hold your action for something to happen? You got to give me a trigger or what's going to
I'm going to hold my action with the javelin I just pulled out of the frozen corpse.
Nice.
Yep.
I'm going to throw it at the first thing that looks like it's going to make a threatening gesture anywhere around here.
Okay. Pyric, your insults seem to be working. Do you want to try to double down or do something else?
No, I'm doubling down on the insults and ready to make the slick stairs happen because I know this will work.
All right, make an intimidation check with advantage because you have found the perfect limericks that seem to be working against him.
That's very exciting. Intimidation. Let's do it.
All right, that is a 13. Not bad. Now roll your other one. You have advantage. That is a 0. That's a natural 1. But because you have advantage, you don't get the natural 1. You get the 13, which is pretty good. He's like, Ripper, sick them. And the wolf looks like it's ready to leap at you guys, but we got to wait for his initiative. Euphoria, Halfling, what are you going to do?
I'm going to shoot an arrow at the wolf.
Yeah, the wolf's looks like he's getting ready to pounce.
12.
All right. That is just going to miss. It looks like it hits his fur, but it's too tangly and thick, and the arrow does no damage.
Do you have your card that makes it hit?
You already used that earlier.
Oh.
Thank you for remembering, though.
A nice memory. Adric.
I will call down the sacred flame of Moradin, the Soul Forger.
Ooh, nice.
And I will burn the Clarg bugbear.
We're going to Clarg with an exclamation point. Take an inspiration for remembering his name spelled with an exclamation point.
Oh, that's very nice of you. I will take that inspiration.
So you're calling down. So Clarg gets a save, is what you're telling me?
Yes, he gets a dex save.
Nice.
Let's see how he does on that. So dex save for Clarg. Sorry, it always rolls an advantage for the Clargster. I don't know why that happens. So we're just going to roll it straight up. I keep forgetting. I think I got to turn it off for the monsters, too. I had the same problem Dave discovered last time. So he gets a 14. He's +2. That's a 16. So I think he's going to make it. Clarg shrugs off your fire. Hasn't anyone told you your god has no power here? I'm pretty sure I put that in the manual for these goblins. All right.
Just have to say that over and over and over and over.
And then it's the wolf's turn. So the wolf leaps to the top of the stair and then starts bounding down the stairs right at one of the three guys standing there. But everybody and their cousin is holding their action right now. So, Pyric, I believe you said you were going to hold your action and try to wait to freeze the stairs, right? So
yes, I want him to fall sprawling, and so that the mealies can all.
We're going to make an opposed. He's going to make a dex save against your attack roll with your.
I'm going to use my inspiration because I really want this idea to work because I've really doubled down on this. Here's my first one. That's a 16. Here's my second one.
Oh,
yeah. So I'll take a 16.
16's pretty good. The wolf rolls his dex save. That's a 6. Even with his bonus, will not be successful. So the wolf is going to lose his action sliding down the stairs to a bump at the bottom. He's going to take D4 damage. So that's not good. So the wolf takes 3 points.
Do all of these melee awesome people have advantage on him now that he is
yeah, because he's fallen down, everybody's got advantage. So you've set him up for this. So the wolf comes boom, down the stairs, and Clark's like, Ripper, what have you done? And all of you are holding your action. I will say that Mogrid has the highest initiative, so Mogrid, you get to use your action you're holding first.
All right. I swing.
Let me go to the critical hit deck for humans. Let's see what you get here. That one's that's higher level. We're not going to use that one. That's also higher level. What the heck's happening here? We go to the lower level ones. Here we go. Here we go. You're using a sword, right?
Yes.
Quadruple damage, Dave.
Oh, I don't think anyone's
going to hit him right in the throat. Quadruple damage. I think Ripper is going to get ripped.
My plan worked.
that was nice.
All right, let me just get this go.
So you roll your whole damage set and then times 4.
Now, do I roll the so it's 2d6 plus 3. Is it plus 12?
No, it's 2d6 plus 3, and then everything's times 4. Whatever you get, times 4.
Okay. No! 24, though. I'll take
24. At this level, 24 is a death sentence. And you just, the wolf comes sliding out, ka-dunk, 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 and he kind of gets on his butt, so he's like putting his head up, and he like tees his neck perfectly for you, and you're just like, and the head goes flying back up the stairs and bounces along the top and lands right at Clark's feet. And Clark looks pissed.
And I yell,
he is not at all happy.
Everybody freeze!
Ripper!
Russ?
Yes. Yeah.
Please take a point of inspiration for your description of the...
Oh, sure. Thank you. Thank you.
Now,
I'm going to give Clark that inspiration.
Now, for the record, that's what we call back in the temple doing it doggy style.
It is. So Clark loses, seeing his pet wolf killed that way, Clark loses all intelligent, tactical, smart things to do here. And fully enraged, he charges at all of you.
Does he have to make the same dex save for my slick stairs?
He just has to make a straight-up dex save because he sees the situation. He saw what happened to the wolf, and he has advantage. So he makes his dex save here because he kind of knows what he's up against now. You're not surprising him this time. He's up to your elvish trickery. He rolls badly for his first one, but fortunately he has advantage. So he tries again. There we go. Clark easily sidesteps it. He gets to here. He gets to here. But the bad news is 2 more heroes were holding
That's
their
right.
action.
That's
So
right.
Morgred is done, but Sildar and the
Adric.
dwarf get to go. Sildar, you have a higher initiative than the dwarf, who's rocking a 3.
Yeah.
So Sildar, you get to go first. What are you going to do here?
So,
Slayer of goblins.
as everything
Order of
happened
the
with
Ring.
the wolf, I switched javelin for axe.
That's a bonus action, no problem.
Okay. And I am now going to bury my great axe backbiter into his forehead as he charges up the stairs. And I'm going to use my inspiration.
Okay, nice. I like it. The bugbear, by the way, has a giant 2-handed morning star, and it looks like it would really, really hurt if you got hit by it.
That'd be bad.
Oh,
There's a
19's a good start.
23.
All right.
Okay, I'll take the
Inspiration.
23.
24.
24.
24.
is a
Oh,
hit.
yeah, it's a 5 plus 5. Yeah.
Yeah, you hit him, and he's so taken aback by it. He's a little shaken by it. Roll your damage, sir.
Oh,
Oh!
So what do we do there?
that's 4.
He looked worried until then. So he's like, oh, is that all you got, human? And okay,
Leaves
but
it to the
also
dwarf.
the dwarf is holding his action. What do you
No,
gotta
no,
do
no.
there?
I tried to smite him with the
Oh, you
soul
did.
fire.
Sorry, that's right. So now it's Clark's turn. Clark does look a tad worried. So using his bonus action, he goes from 2-handed with his Morning Star. He switches to 1-handed and pulls out a shield that was on his back. So he looks like he's a little more defended than he was a moment ago. And he is going to decide. He's going to try to decide. We're going to say 1 or 2. Is actually no. Morgred, you're the one that decapitated his wolf. So he's all in on killing you.
Oh, no.
So he's going to make an attack on you. Here we go.
Ah!
A 4, even with a mighty bonus, that is not successful. And you can tell he's a little shaken by that miss. He's also a little shaken by his dead wolf, and he's looking a little grumpy about this.
Hey, get
Speaking
that
of
big
Mogrid.
square off me, man. I'm not being attacked.
Now it's Mogred's turn.
All right. So I look at him and tauntingly make the whimpering sound of a wolf.
When he does this, I say, blind him with the blood fountain. Morgred, do what a butcher would do.
Right. And I say, you'll join your wolf soon.
Uh-oh.
Maybe not.
Not that way. What'd you get?
Hold on. I got too many things open. So that was a
Do we have any advantage
13.
because there's so many of us in contact with him?
If someone can get behind him, you'd have flanking.
Yeah. I got a
Which is
13.
advantage.
That's it.
How much?
13.
13. So, yeah, his between his armor and his shield, that wasn't even close. All right. Yeah, so Craig, he's actually in a pretty good tactical spot because he's kind of filling this narrow gap here, so it's hard to get that.
I can't get through there, right?
But he's on uncertain
You could try an
ground.
opposed strength check against a massive bugbear.
No, I
looks
think I'm
very
just going to try
strong.
to bury backbiter into his forehead.
Okay, fair enough.
Ugh, that's
That will not do
7.
it. Yeah, I know. He
No.
bats that away with his shield. No
Are you
problem.
sure? Can you check that again?
Yeah, I'm going to double check. Yeah, no. All right.
Make sure your math is good.
Okay. Pyrrhic, what are you going to do?
There again, there's this fountain of blood coming from the neck of the wolf, right?
Well, the fountain is kind of subsided a little bit, but it's still
sad.
pumping out on the ground a little bit.
I think the most insulting thing I could do would be freeze the blood of his companion to his flesh.
All right.
And so I scream as such, hoping that he wants to charge past all of these able-bodied people to get at me.
I like how much mileage you're getting out of this freeze spell. I really respect that.
I do too.
And then feel the power of the North, maybe.
Yeah, you can't argue with that power. All right,
All right,
go for it.
I will feel the power of the North. Boop, I'm getting there. Bam.
All right.
That's really low. It's 11.
Yeah, so your freeze ray comes out and he gets his shield right in the way and just frosts the outside of his shield and he laughs. Nord? What is that supposed to mean?
Are you making
Eugenia.
fun of my accent? bugbears?
Okay.
Leukemia.
I have an action in plan here. Russ,
Yeah. Yep.
am I a size small or medium as a halfling?
I believe halflings are. It's actually on your character sheet. Let's go see.
I'm trying to find it. I don't see where it is.
I think halflings are. Well, let me look it up in the compendium. Let me just go to the compendium here.
All right. Does matter.
Yep.
Rafe, I love the tactical deep cut. Let's go.
Let's see. Halfling traits, maybe. Size. Your size is small. You are small.
Yes. And what size is the bugbear?
Well, Clarg is size. Where is their size on here? Usually it's right on the front of this thing. Medium.
Perfect.
Yep.
I launch off of the thigh of my friend the butcher
Okay.
using my half
Butcher, are you allowing that?
Yep, I do.
Okay.
using my
I relish
halfling
it.
nimbleness.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I then shoot underneath the legs of Clark, which I can do because I'm small and he's medium.
Is this a halfling thing?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
To go to here.
Yep.
And as I'm sliding back through, I shoot him with my bow.
Okay. I'm going to give you advantage on this shot for two reasons. One, you're flanking him. Two, it's really smart. Three, thanks to the slip and slide created by the Ray of Frost earlier, this is even easier. And the blood slick from the oozing wolf neck. This becomes not too hard. So you do all that. You've got advantage in this situation. And I'm going to give you a point of inspiration because it's just a really cool halfling move. This is like so classically halfling.
I needed to have that.
Use it all.
You don't need to use it, though, right now because you've already got advantage.
Hopefully the 17 hits.
Okay. So it might not have, except from behind. Guess what doesn't work? His shield. So, yeah, you shoot him right in the back. Roll damage.
All right. That is sneak attack damage.
Yeah, it is.
And that is a total of 8 points of damage.
Nice.
He is not bleeding yet, but he looks none too pleased. Small creature, you're like a goblin, only uglier.
Wait till you see the might of my friends.
Adric, you're up.
I will roll to smite him with my war hammer.
And now you have advantage, I think, right? Or no?
Yeah, you do. Now he's flanked. So now everybody in melee with him has advantage.
No.
So that was a great move by Rafe.
Thank you,
Well
Ray.
played, Rafe. Yeah.
Excellent halfling maneuver.
Oh,
I think you got a 12.
yeah.
Double 12.
What is that?
I will and then it's plus 4.
So that is a
16.
16? 16. So the halfling gets to ignore the shield. Everybody else doesn't. However, a 16 is just what you need to hit. So he just gets by his shield. Roll damage.
Ooh. Plus 2. Bludgeon.
Nice.
So what'd you do?
10.
10.
10. Ooh, now he's bloodied. Now he's bloodied. And, yeah, he's looking pretty bad. And, in fact, let me make a... So, Adric, you're done. It's Clark's turn. And let's see how Clark's gonna feel about the situation. Oh, he makes a reasonably intelligent decision. He's like, he's in pretty bad shape. Mercy! Mercy! I will tell you what you need to know. Please don't destroy me, my cave, or my dinner.
I think we should check on what he's eating. He might be eating dwarf.
Have you had dwarf before? It's terrible. Very, very tough.
He says he'll tell us what we need to know. I think Adric should question him.
I agree.
I think you should, unarm him, bind him. I think Soldrick has got a little comeuppance than he wants to have happen in that area. Perhaps.
I missed the last.
Where is my kin?
All right. So we have an option here, players. It is exactly 8 o'clock. So I don't know if anybody has a hard stop. We can pause here and
Cliffhanger.
since you've decided to, have we decided to at least interrogate him briefly before just cutting him up?
Yeah,
So-
I won't slice him on my turn.
So we
I'll
can
hold.
pause here and we can do the interrogation next time, unless you want to go a little longer. What's everybody's feelings tonight?
I like starting with role playing that then Dave
Yeah.
ignores by
And that way you
forcing
won't
us
forget the story. So
into-
next time we'll begin with story, kind
into
of like we did with
bad
Craig tonight.
into bad combat because he's impatient and hates role playing.
Yeah, there you go.
It's not 100% true. I have like a 3 to 4 minute role playing window.
Yes.
This is the problem with giving players control of their own pawns. They just start moving down the corridor, exposing them.
Didn't
Yeah.
you use your role playing window in your car to be late here?
Yes.
Oh, well played.
Wow.
Point
Shouldn't
of
we have bought
inspiration for
ourselves?
Seppi.
Yeah, shouldn't we have bought ourselves like 12 more minutes?
Hey, listen. It's the end of the line for you, Seppi.
Oh,
End of the line. Yeah, be sure to check that out. So, okay, guys, so here's where we are. Great place to pause. Congratulations on taking care of the cave and finding and defeating Clark in combat. We'll go over that next time. Also, we're going to be using the milestone leveling system. So what basically that means is that instead of getting experience points and figuring all that out, which we could do, I'm just going to pick certain dramatic moments or key parts of the campaign, which you'll automatically level at.
Love it.
5e has that's a choice. And so you will be leveling after this, but thanks to defeating Clark. So next time we'll do the leveling, we'll do the conversation with Clark, and we'll see where we go next. Achievement unlocked. You've made it to the end of another D6 Generation episode, the podcast whose humor has universally been acclaimed as not too horrible. Please let us know what you thought of the show by emailing us at info@thed6generation.com. If for some inexplicable reason you actually enjoyed this show, you can help others find out about it by leaving positive reviews on iTunes. Thanks for listening and happy gaming.